Hi there, welcome back to my shop. I got a sticker sent to me by email from Miss T of Miss T's Woodturning. Now Miss T is in the UK. I think she's fairly new to woodturning and seems to be having a great time doing it. So I hope you'll check her channel out. I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description box down below this video. And I know she would like to hear from you if you'd like to leave some comments on her work. Now, for today's project, did you know that resin can freeze solid? Yep, I found that out the hard way. So I hope you'll stick around now, see what I did for today's project, and just what I had to do to save that resin. So let's go see if we can get some work done. Well, today's project is supposed to be a resin project. I use this Black Forest deep resin. I don't have much experience with it, so everything's an experiment for me. I'm not sponsored by them. I have to pay for this and it's not cheap. But you can do, they claim, up to a 2-inch thick pour. Well, what I want to do is more like 4 inches or better. But I'm going to have to wait for a little while. I took this out of a cabinet that's on an outside wall. And I live in Alberta, Canada, sometimes referred to as the Great White North. And there's a reason for that. We've got a lot of snow right now. And it's a beautiful day out there today. It's above zero, zero being the freezing point in Celsius. But a few days ago, it was down below -40. And -40 is the same in Celsius or Fahrenheit. So if you live in Florida now, you can just imagine how cold it was. Taking this out today from that cabinet on the outside wall, you might be able to see that there are two different colors. From here up, it's nice and clear. From there, it's white, and it's frozen solid. I'm not real happy about this, and I don't know if it's going to affect it or not. But I guess I'm going to have to set this aside in the warm room for probably a day. I'll be back. I hope you'll stick around to see just what happens with this. It's been 2 weeks now. I phoned Black Forest Wood Company, where I bought this, and asked them about the fact that it was frozen, what to do about it. They said to put it in a large pot of hot water. So I did that repeatedly for 2 weeks now. And there is still a small mass in there about the size of an egg and a bunch of other crystals that have not dissolved. And I only have so much patience, so I'm going to try using this today. And maybe after there's less in there, I'll be able to shake it up well enough to agitate those crystals and make them break down. I have the mold here that I want to use. I've got a 6-inch disc that fits nicely in the bottom. So I'm going to use this disc, put it on here, draw the circle, cut this on the bandsaw, a nice piece of maple burl. And the pieces that are left over, I'll leave them larger, put them on top of that, and then I'll put the resin in with it. Haven't decided on the colors just yet, but I want to put a couple of different colors in there and just see what kind of effect I can get. I'm thinking of using alcohol ink, so I hope you'll stick around. I'm going to go cut this out on the bandsaw now, and then I'll be back. All right, I put all the wood in here, and then I fill this with rice so I get some idea of just how much resin I'm going to need to use. I'll just take these out, measure that rice, put the wood back in, and pour in the resin. All right, 1,250 milliliters, and I'll make just a little bit more than that. All right, first thing I'm going to do is spray stoner mold release in here. Now I'm going to put these in with just a dab of hot melt glue on the bottom of them to hold them in place. All right, the two colors I've chosen are red pepper and sunshine yellow. And I'm going to use some mica powders with them. Using a lot here, I'd like it to be, if not opaque, just somewhat translucent. I'm going to use some silver pearl mica powder in here with the red. I think I want more red than is in there. And Roman gold mica powder in this one. Okay, time to get the pressure pot ready. Now, life always gets in the way, so this has been actually sitting there for 5 days. They recommend 4 days at Black Forest. see what we got here. I put a minimum maximum thermometer in here just to see what it would do. Looks like the maximum went to just about 70 degrees, so it wasn't a lot of heat generated. Now we'll let mold release work. Oh, lovely. All right, it did definitely shrink down from where I poured it, but I've got a piece I can work with for sure. Going to be kind of hard to find the center with all of this on here. And all the mica powder seems to have sunk to the bottom. So there's still some suspended, I believe. Guess we'll see what kind of effect that gives. But I really like the swirls that are in here. I think these are just gorgeous. All right, I'm going to try running this through the bandsaw to, if not flatten this off, at least take all these jagged pieces off. Now, pushing something round through a bandsaw is a really bad idea, so I've hot glued this ball blank to this piece of plywood, which I will then run flat against my fence. Also, it's a test for me to see just how well hot glue will hold on resin. I haven't tried that before, so let's see what happens with this. All right, I think that looks good enough that I should be able to use centering jig to find the center of this. I'll go do that now. All right, it appears to be just a little bit over 7 inches. I believe we'll call center right there. All right, I'll use a heat gun now, see if I can't get this glue off of here. That was an Easy Woods tool with a negative rake scraper at 1000 RPM. All right, time for some sanding. Oh, that is gorgeous. I'm happy with this. Well, there's nothing to be unhappy about here. 2-inch Forstner bit, 250 RPM. And I think I need that to be a lot thinner. I just don't know what to expect from getting too thin with resin. All right, now it's time for sanding. And that's one more project finished, and another indication that I have got a lot to learn when it comes to working with resin. But I'm pleased with this. The maple is just beautiful. The red streaks are indicative of box elder, as it's called in the US, or Manitoba maple up here in Canada. It's a bit translucent. I don't know if you'll see it from there, but the light is actually coming through a little bit anyway. I've done worse work, let's put it that way. So if you like this, I hope you'll take a second and click the like button. And if you didn't, click the dislike button. It's totally up to you. But if you did like it, I hope you will take a second to subscribe if you haven't done that before. And also, click the share button and send this out to some of your friends. That helps my channel a lot as well. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll come back next time. Between now and then, have a great day in your shop and be safe. Bye-bye now.